it's Claire. Welcome back to our channel. I'm one half of the Ormewoods, and we are in Zone 7B, North Atlanta. We have an organic backyard vegetable and flower garden, and we've been doing garden tours every Sunday for you this year. So if you're new, welcome. We hope that you like our content and you'll hit subscribe. And if you are returning, thank you so much for being so awesome. We are having the best time getting to know you guys. We do respond to every single comment, and we love getting the chance to get to know you better. So thank you to everyone who's given us an opportunity to do that. This week, there's so much happening because we went on vacation, and we really weren't sure how our garden was gonna do. So there's not really one specific task that we're gonna show or teach this week. We just wanna walk around the garden and show you how everything fared while we were out of town. So let's go. So I don't know if you can see the length of the bed. Down here we have our onions, and they are bulbing up. If you can look right here, you can see how beautiful. This happened while we were on vacation. This is a broccoli that I had planted in between those. This is a Brussels sprout, and if you look with Brussels, remember the Brussels sprouts get made here on the stalk. There's a little bit of action, not too much, but it looks so far like it's doing well. And then I have all these flower heads, and these are carrots, these are broccolis that have gone to seed, and I just find them so beautiful. And so I think that what I want to do is just leave this bed, you know. There's a lot to be said for letting the garden be your classroom, letting nature teach you, and just being able to watch the life cycle of the plants from start to finish is something I'm really drawn to right now. So I think that's what we're gonna do, is we're just gonna let this bed live and be wild. Now, let me show you the parsnip bed. If you've been watching some of our videos, we have been really tracking these last couple of parsnips. They flowered. This was the first plant I made the decision to just let go to seed. And of course, I find it really beautiful. These are all parsnips, and one of the things that they say about parsnips is it's important to use fresh seed, that like old seeds don't germinate as well. So if you can get a close-up on this, one of the things that I'm not sure about is this the seed part? This little yellowy brown part, or are these pods? Which comes first? And unfortunately, because all of this happened while we were on vacation, I really haven't been able to track, do these pods turn into these flowers, or do these flowers turn into these pods? So I'm not sure what the actual seeds are that I'm gonna wanna save. I do know they're supposed to get brown, so I'm gonna cut off the ones that are brown, save those for next year, and then this whole bed is gonna come up, and we're gonna get it planted today with seed. Not sure what kind of seed yet, so you'll have to check in next week for me to tell you, but we will clear out this bed. The next thing I wanna show you is potatoes, blueberries. So let's go over there. So I just want you to get a quick shot of the blueberries and all of their varying degrees of ripeness. Blueberries like really acidic soil, and because we're here in Georgia with the clay soil, we have not had a real hard time having that acidic soil, and this is the best. This is year 3 of blueberries. This is the most blueberries we've had, so I'm really, really, really hopeful. And I think they're so pretty when they're this hot pink color. They're not quite ripe, but they go from that sort of blue, gray, green color to this hot pink color. This will probably be a blue like this in a day. So I'm excited about the blueberries. And then right below the blueberries, we have our potatoes. And this is our organic seed potatoes that we planted. We've dug up some, and they were delicious, and then we ate them as new potatoes. These we're just gonna leave and just see what we can get. Over there, I don't know if you can see, that's where the grocery store potatoes are, and they're kind of doing the same. This bed, some of it's staying and some of it is going, but let me show you. I had one Brussels sprout plant that never bolted, and in this bed, and I want you to get a good look, because this is even more developed than the one in the other bed I showed you. Look at these little Brussels. I would think it's too hot and that this is going to bolt, but since it's not yet, I'm gonna keep just rooting for it, because we do love Brussels sprouts. And then over here, these are some carrots that I planted a few months ago, and they're coming up. And then look, you guys, this is edamame. And you can see there's about 3 pods on this little plant. Edamame is interesting because it needs to be harvested all at one time. This Swiss chard and the kale, at this point, it's gonna come up. We've enjoyed this since last fall. The plants have been amazingly, amazingly productive, but I wanna go ahead and clear it out. I think we're kind of getting sick of eating Swiss chard and kale. And these are pinto beans. That little white flower is going to become a bean. And I wanted to really focus on growing some more plant-based protein this year. Look how it's trellised on the lettuces that are bolting, which, by the way, these lettuces are just gorgeous. This is what lettuce looks like. Lettuce doesn't like the heat. It's bolting, it's going to flower, going to seed. Since the pinto beans is using it as a trellis, I'm gonna leave those in, but everything else will come out. So in this bed, we've got about 1/4 of the bed with lettuces that we've been eating off of that have been very delicious, but as you can see, it's hot. They're starting to go to seed. Again, I didn't want to pull them up until I had a chance to show you because it's just architectural. I mean, I think that is exquisite. But we're gonna pull these up and make room. Again, not sure what I'm planting, but you'll find out next week. And then the rest of the bed is the rest of the onions. So this onion I let flower, and that will become onion seeds for next year. But the rest of them, I've been pulling them up and we've been eating them before they flower. And then these all, we're hopeful, are still going to bulb up for us and give us some food for the next few months. So last week, the last video that we posted, we gave you an update on the hugelkultur bed, which we filled with logs, and then the traditional bed filled with raised potting soil. And then we went away on vacation and we came back to this amazing lushness. Clearly the hugelkultur bed is just by far producing so much more than the bed with the raised potting soil. When we got home, Dawn built a trellis and we need to get another one up for some more of the tomatoes. But y'all, look at these tomatoes. They're just growing everywhere. I mean, these are all tomatoes, and most people in the South will prune their tomatoes to one stem. And they do that because there's more airflow and the humidity causes a lot of early disease. But last year when I did that, we didn't really get that many tomatoes. And so I'm kind of curious what would happen if I don't prune these to one stem this year and let the tomato plant grow a little bit more on the wild side. I guess that's the theme of this video, letting our garden grow wild. But that's the best way for me to learn, is just to experience something. And since they're already so established, for me to come back and then start pruning all of this off, I think could be really stressful for the plant. If you look inside, you can see all the squashes, and you might notice there's a number of squashes that are rotting. That's because we've had rain almost every day for at least a week, and it's just too wet. But you can see there's a lot of squash down there. A lot of squash. And then over here, this is just, you know, both beds planted at the exact same time with the same amount of plants. And this one is just not doing it like the other one. So I really think it makes a strong case for hugelkultur. So that is an update of where our garden is here mid-June 2021. Thank you so much for watching. We love hearing all of your comments. We love answering them. We love getting to know you. So keep that stuff coming because we love it. And check back every Sunday for a garden tour. We look forward to doing this for you and we hope you're having as much fun as we are. Thanks so much.